I forgot to put the record. Yeah. So I'll put it, yeah. So if you look at the underlining thing, right, whether it is PCOS, whether it is infertility issues, or it is endometriosis or fibroids, okay, even people after they have crossed that age where they get into menopause are still suffering with weight gain, sugar management is not happening properly, or, like uterus related issues. It is primarily, or, develop tumors and cancers in the uterus. It's primarily happening because the estrogen levels have gone way too high in the blood and it becomes estrogen dominant. So, our focus is what? To bring the estrogen. We don't want it to go low because if it goes too low is also a problem, but it needs to be well in balance. Okay, so I will talk more in my webinar how to bring your estrogen levels in control so that all these symptoms disappear for you. But before that, I want to just quickly touch upon what are the four different types of PCOS. Okay, so women in your life or friends, your sisters, and all who have PCOS, there are four types. So one is when you have insulin resistance. That is one. Secondly, women who keep taking birth control pills, once they stop it, there is a very high risk will develop PCOS because of that hormonal changes that have happened. The third thing is if there is high level of inflammation in the body, like, gut related issues hai, ya fir, some food which has triggered inflammation, then there is a chance of developing PCOS. And the fourth is just by being heavily stressed, if you're not sleeping, if you're not recovering properly, or there are triggers from outside, like, high emotional stress, or you're having some emotional trauma or anything, that is enough also to create a hormonal imbalance. So these are four levels where hormonal issues can come up. Now, these are some things which we unknowingly we don't come to know and it impacts us. Okay, so yes, when you diagnose it you can always take care, but what is in our control, let's start at least taking care of that part. So we should be aware ki what can make my PCOS or hormonal issues go bad to worse, so that at least that which is in our control we are not like, making things worse for ourselves. So the first and the most basic is your diet. Okay, so if the diet has a lot of refined carbs like rice, chapati, maida, pasta, breads, rusk, all these things, biscuits, right? That can just make things worse for you. Second thing is stress that we already spoke about. The third is sleep deprivation. Now, you may sleep after midnight and you may get 9, 10 hours of sleep. But if you're getting up with the experience that, "Arey, I'm tired, I'm not rested well," then it's a problem. Okay. So, sleep deprivation, like you need to make sure you're on bed at 10 o'clock and you're getting a good, deep, sound sleep. That's when your insulin comes back in its control, your hormones, all that excess toxins are getting flushed out. The other thing which can just worsen your hormonal balance is a sedentary lifestyle. Okay. So I know of a person who finishes 10,000 steps every single day, but his weight is 120 kilos. Okay. So I asked him, how is it possible? Like, you're finishing 10,000 steps and your weight is 120. He's like, what can I do? I have a sedentary job. I have to sit at my desk every day. Okay. So if you're sitting, like, that 10,000 step is not going to cover up for the damage of sitting for long hours. Because when you're sitting, right, like just bed guy for 45 minutes, 1 hour, your body is making you produce hormones that is going to make your insulin stop working. It's going to make you produce hormones that is going to make you put on weight. Okay. So sedentary lifestyle is another thing. Then the fourth, but this is something which you have is there and we are breathing and drinking into it, is environmental toxins. The AC, right? The floor cleaners, the disinfectants. Like with COVID and all, we have become like paranoid about it, right? Like such strong chemicals, detergents, everything. All these pesticides, the food that we are storing, right? Like plastic containers that go into your fridge, all that are reacting. If you're drinking from plastic bottles, all that microplastics are enough to cause hormonal issues. So you have to watch out that are you using organic? Like we like to use all our branded perfumes, lotions, which is scented and like very heavy on chemicals. So all these are getting into your skin and causing hormonal problems. So that's something that we need to focus on. Okay. And the most important, the last but the most important is your gut balance. Okay, if your bad bacteria count is very high, good bacteria count is very low, it's going to damage, create holes in your digestive system. All that undigested food is going to get into your blood, make you sick, and worsen insulin resistance. So we have to even heal your gut. So these are things which makes PCOS even worse. Okay, so now let's look at what can we do from the diet aspect to really heal our body. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, and I'm going to share this PDF also with you on WhatsApp. So we can, this is there for like whatever I have spoken is there for your reference. So the
Okay.
first thing which we spoke about is keeping your insulin in check. So how that will happen is if you go and do a blood checkup, right, your blood sugar will be normal. But that doesn't mean that your insulin levels are in check. Because insulin's work is what to keep the sugar in balance. But high level of insulin is what our problem is with, right? So we have to give our body situations where sugar is not going up. Okay. And how will that happen? When you load your plate with high quality protein. Okay, like things like poha, upma, all these things are all just carbohydrates. But if you have not front loaded your breakfast with high amount of protein, your sugar is going to just spike and suddenly crash, which is a problem. Okay, so always choose things like eggs, yogurt, all these high protein options. And very important is you need to get 12 to 14 hours of fasting. So if you have eaten your dinner at 8 o'clock, your next day meal has to be at 8 o'clock. So what happens is your insulin, your sugar, all that gets its time to come back in control. Okay, so that's the first and foremost rule. So this I have kept a simple table for your reference. Like instead of white potato, go for sweet potato. Instead of going for the instant oats, which will just spike your sugar, go for steel cut oats. Instead of white rice, go for cauliflower rice, or you can go for quinoa. Now these fruits like mango, pineapple, it's the season. Definitely we need to enjoy it, but have it in moderation. But for PCOS and hormonal issues, blueberries and strawberries are better. Okay. And instead of going for white bread, right now, sourdough bread is something which is so easily available. Whole grain breads, try and opt for them. Okay. So that's one. The second and most important is anti-inflammatory diet. Okay. PCOS, and if you look at any issue, be it liver related issue, thyroid issues, any medical issue, is first where the problem is in your hormones. And why these hormones are disbalanced? Because there's inflammation. So when you go for fatty fish, so if you're a non-vegetarian, you can't eat fatty fish. Simple is start on omega supplements. You get good vegan omega supplements that can bring down inflammation. And there's so much of research articles that have shown that when you correct your omega levels, immediately your insulin also starts working effectively. Okay. Secondly, always introspect. Look at your plate. Is it colorful? Okay, so you can even keep color themes like, day one, Monday, it can be all bell peppers, Tuesday, it can be broccoli, Wednesday, it can be purple cabbage. So all these different colored vegetables will give you different kind of gut bacteria, which will work wonders in healing your hormone problems. Then these basic spices like turmeric, black pepper, cinnamon, ginger are fantastic in bringing down inflammation. Okay. And then even oils like olive oil, avocados, walnuts, flax seeds, generously add them in your diet. Okay. But if like today, really go back and check in your kitchen what is the oil that you're using. All this cotton seed oil, soybean oil, corn oil. They're going groundnut oil. They're going to make things worse. Always opt for either wood pressed or cold pressed oils. That's what's going to heal your hormones. Okay. Sugars, I don't need to talk more about it. We know enough about it. And dairy. So, dairy, I would not say cut it out, but if you have intolerance towards dairy, then limit it. Okay. So, that is the principle of anti inflammatory eating. Yeah. The next thing, like we started off, I spoke about estrogen dominance. When your body and your blood has high level of estrogen, that's where the problem is. So now what our focus has to be to remove this estrogen. So we need to detoxify it. So there are superfoods that help remove estrogen. And the first and the most powerful one is cruciferous vegetables. Okay. So broccoli, cauliflower, and sprouts. Okay. If you're not a thyroid patient, you can include this generously. And if you're a thyroid patient, cook it really well and take it. But what this does is it has so much of sulfur that it detoxifies your liver beautifully and removes off all this excess estrogen. And it's very effective even for fatty liver and for weight loss as well. Okay. So with me on this,
So,
yeah, yeah.
uh, I have a question. So, can we have it every day after cooking?
Yes. See, basically what happens is broccoli, cauliflower, and all have goitrogens, which interferes with your thyroid hormone. Okay. So you cannot take it in raw form. But the moment you cook it, that effect is reduced. Right. But if
Okay.
you feel that your body is not able to tolerate it, like especially for thyroid patients who's on Thyronorm, then I would say have it twice a week, but it has to be completely cooked.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The second most important thing is yeah, Sudesh.
Yeah, I just wanted to know broccoli. I mean, you usually steam it or saute it and have it, they say, but that is not properly cooked then.
Yeah, that will be a problem. It has to be fully cooked.
Okay.
It cannot be even partially. It has to be fully cooked. Otherwise, that goitrogenic effect will continue to be there. Okay? And it
And
is
one more thing.
individual. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me, Ambika.
So can we start our day with omega supplements too?
Yes, omega is beneficial in the first half of the day. So you can have it with your breakfast itself.
Empty stomach is also fine.
It's better when you have it with a meal.
Okay.
The absorption is better.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. The next point is fiber. Okay. So fiber, the target is 35 grams. Now, simple trick, if you don't even want to get into the counting, just look at your plate. If 50% of your plate is filled with vegetables, that is more than enough. Okay. So fill it with salad, fill it with cooked vegetables. Remaining percent can be your carbs and protein, like your dal chawal, rajma rice, and all. Okay. Fiber has a beautiful ability to bind with this excess estrogen and throw it out from your body. So we have to use this trick, but I'm not saying that overdo it because too much of fiber also can irritate your gut. But well cooked, generous portion of vegetables is very effective in detoxifying and cleansing the liver and removing excess estrogen. And this also helps you lose weight then. Okay. The next is basic, which is hydration. Now, there's so much of toxins in the body, there's so much inflammation. We want to flush it out. But if you have not drank only enough water, how is this going to get flushed out? So, you need to make sure at least 2.5 to 3 liters you're consuming so that the toxins are out. Okay. And finally, the liver, because liver processes this estrogen. Okay. So, the healthier your liver is, and it is not in the fatty state, because a lot of the patients who I see who have PCOS, they will have fatty liver also. They will be approaching grade 1 or already grade 1, grade 2. So we need to heal the liver first. So in liver, what you can focus on is beetroot, okay, garlic, and green tea. And in green tea also, specifically spearmint green tea. It works wonders, especially women who have a lot of facial hair. When they take spearmint green tea, it has kind of helped in managing the symptoms, right? So it gives a gentle detox to your liver. Yes. The fourth principle basically is, focusing on more like a Mediterranean diet where we are focusing on good fats, all these nuts, fish, a lot of vegetables, whole grains. I'm not saying cut down on carbs, but go for complex carbs like quinoa. We have different kinds of millets which you can prefer, and anti-inflammatory foods. And the final thing, okay, is the supplements. Now, I have put this chart of supplements, but I would always recommend please consult your doctor based on your need. What is the kind of dosage it is? It has to be prescribed, the duration, the dosage, and how much will suit you. Okay. But these six are magical when it comes to female related hormonal issues. So the first one is inositol. Inositol makes your insulin very sensitive. Okay. So that's one. Second, which I'm going on emphasizing, is omega. Omega brings down this testosterone levels also and reduces inflammation. Okay. The third is vitamin D. And trust me, this is one of the most crucial ones. A lot of times people in the lab will say, okay, 30 jitna vitamin D hai, chalega, no problem. But 30 is not adequate. Okay. You'll have gut problems, you'll have mood issues if you're just at 30. You need 60 to 90. Your levels have to be that good for vitamin D. Okay. And when your vitamin D is good, the way your insulin works also will be beautiful. Okay. So that's one. The other one is magnesium. So if you're feeling that, you're stressed, you're not getting enough sleep, there's muscle cramps, you're shivering, blood sugar management is becoming a problem. Magnesium can soothe, it can help you sleep better and improve your blood sugar regulation. Okay. Then we have berberine and NAC. So that's again, NAC is more like an antioxidant. But all this needs to be prescribed, how much dose you can take. All right. So with this, I would like to conclude this session of your managing your hormonal balance. And to summarize, what I would say is we need to start with the root cause management of working at our insulin levels. Because once that is managed, then your estrogen, your testosterone levels all are well balanced. Then I spoke to you about your lifestyle, how you can manage it better, and the right kind of supplements that will help. Okay. So we have 4 minutes. So, if Sudesh, you can share what is the one take-home message for you today and what practice you're taking on. And Ambika, what did you learn today new and what's the new practice you're taking on?
I mean, diet-wise, I'm quite particular about what diet, more of fiber in my diet. I
Yes,
mean, make sure about the percentage of fiber and vegetables that I have. I
yes,
think I need to add some supplements in my this thing routine to
correct.
improve my insulin resistance,
Absolutely.
because
Ye-
my sugar insulin resistance will definitely be there, because even in spite of taking medicines also the sugar levels are not coming in control.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And when you basically, even though you will have a nutritious diet, not necessarily everything is getting absorbed
Yeah.
and is bioavailable. So that top up will make a world of a difference. Yes. Okay. Yes. Ambika, what would you like to share?
First of all, I will be particular with my supplements,
Hmm.
which I am not taking very seriously. And second thing is, I will start having broccoli, which I have not from I think from last 3 4 years. I didn't
Okay.
have broccoli and cauliflower.
Hmm.
And what is spearmint tea?
Spearmint tea is basically it's a herb. Like how we have like
Okay.
when you buy different green teas, right? Just say dalchini wala green tea flavor you
Hmm.
get. Then you have this mint
Okay.
wala. So that way there's a specific tea called spearmint.
I've never
Your
Okay.
heard about this name.
spearmint. Yes, you get it. It's very easily available, like Organic India and all. And right now, a lot of companies, because now that awareness has come in, but there's a lot of evidence and research already for it. It
Okay.
works wonders, especially for females who have a lot of facial hair. And I've had clients who have almost seen a lot of recovery and all with it.
Okay. And I have a question, Natasha. You know all about my health.
Yes,
So since my periods are not regular and my weight is not reducing,
right.
so after maintaining diet and workouts, so could these be the pre-symptoms of menopause?
They could be like only while doing a scan, you will get clarity on it, but you can do a little more
Okay.
hormonal investigations, like, check on your fasting insulin levels, do a HOMA
Okay.
IR test. Like I'll give you a list of these other tests also, which you can do to come
Okay.
to know. But scans will be able to give you more clarity whether you're approaching menopause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But including, like as I said, including all these good fats, right? Like avocados, olive oil, seeds, nuts will again help with your recovery process.
Yeah, I have already started from today.
Yeah, and being disciplined with your supplements. That is also
Okay.
non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just share my screen. See, you easily get this tea. See here. There are so many brands. Tea trunks, spearmint leaves, blue tea. It's very easily available.
Which brand is better?
So
Organic India is.
yeah, I have tried this one, tea curry. I really loved their product because even the bag in which they give it, it's not that paper and all that thing. It's like a good one, which is good quality. So you can go for the tea curry one.
Yeah.
And of course, like
Tea curry.
Organic
Okay.
India has also been there.
Okay.
This is the one, spearmint.
Okay.
All right. So with this, it's sharp 5 p.m. It was wonderful having you for the session. And if you feel
Thank
like
you.
most welcome, Sudesh, most welcome, Ambika. And like in your family, friends, if you feel because I do the session every weekly basis, please feel free to have people join from your life in the session. It's completely free. Okay. All right. Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Yes. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And please share the
Natasha.
PDF as well.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that right after this call.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you were saying blue tea brand, no?
It's called Tea Curry. The brand name is Tea Curry.
Tea curry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Yes.
you
Have
so
a nice
much.
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.